You are living now more and more on Pranic energy. One who serves an Ashira, July 27, 2016. One who serves, channeled by James McConnell. Ashira, channeled by Dr. Susan Sammarco. Websites, www.meetup.com, Ancient Awakenings, and www.ancientawakenings.org. Note these messages were given during our weekly Sunday Prepare for Change group in Glendale, Arizona on July 24, 2016. One who serves. Greetings to you. One who serves here now to serve you and to take you to the next steps that are coming. There are many things that are happening now and many things that are coming. Spoken here earlier today, you know we always eavesdrop in your conversations, because it is not only that we participate in your conversations, but we encourage certain things to come out. Again, it is all part of the orchestration. You were speaking of diet and how important this is to everything. It certainly is very important, but we wish you to understand one thing. All of the consternation about what to eat and what not to eat, and what to take into your body and what not to take into your body, becomes a moot point. As you move up into the higher vibration, there will be no question for any of this. You will do exactly as you need to in the moment. Your body will speak to you. It is already speaking to you. Sometimes you listen. Sometimes you do not listen. We want you to understand that is not as necessarily important at this time. It creates a dissonance within you. This is not healthy. So we would say to not eat everything in front of you, not to say it is not harmful, because some things certainly are. You must use your discernment about these things. But understand that as you move up in higher vibrations, much of this no longer matters. You will be exactly where you need to be, and eating exactly what you need to eat. In fact, many of you will move into a position where you won't even want to eat anymore. It will be something that will be done for social purposes. Breaking bread and drinking wine and these things will become a social gathering, not so much a need. You will learn to not live to eat, but eat to live. Eat to live will become more energetic. You live more and more on pranic energy, which someone spoke of earlier. All of this is in the process now. We will not say the future because it is the now, this moment. You are all moving in this direction whether you know it now or not. That is not to say though that if you have a certain craving for something, whether it is meat or something, do not move away from that or feel guilty about it. Just let it be, and as you let it be, it will be exactly what you need in the moment. Learn to trust what your body is telling you, more and more. Okay. Do you have questions for one who serves an Ashira who is standing by? Question: can a channel only channel information that they believe? One who serves. It is very likely that those who are channeling resources have their belief systems, yes, and that somewhat affects those things that come through. That is why you see many different channeling sources having many different understandings and ways things are said. But if you look at all of them together, they all mostly say the same thing. It is just said in many different ways. That matches the vibration of the channel we are speaking through. So the belief is certainly there, especially with James, who has his belief system that we work within, but we also work to alter it at times to bring about something that needs to come forward. Always and always when the channeling is happening through a particular source, it is never going to be 100%. Not in this respect. When it is trans-channeling, it is more so 100%. But when it is conscious channeling or semi-conscious, there's a discrepancy at times. Sometimes errors are made here. Different things are said that were not meant. So certainly as we are speaking now, that is certainly the case. But that is certainly where your discernment comes in. Listen to us and to what is coming through and see if it feels right to you. If it feels right, it is right. Ashira. There are many channels around the world who speak to you and for you. Many times a channel may have had certain training or certain experiences that given them an ability to give a different level or a different meaning about something. So when one is looking for a channel to receive the message they have to give, they may seek out a specific channel with the experience to speak in the ways they wish to make things known. If you are reading something that sounds very scientific or very doctoral in its approach, the channel may have that background in their experience to make that message possible. There are other channels who are more mundane in their presentations, and that is how they have prepared to receive. So, there are a variety of ways that all of these messages are given, but when you compare them, they will have a similar ring. There are different messages that come through different channels with intention. Okay. Question: I have little book, called The Quiet Mind, by the White Brotherhood. It has a passage about discipline that say one must not let their mind nor their body does what it wants to. What would you say? One who serves. Absolutely, we agree. Yes, in the now you need discipline to take care of your bodies. But it is all based on consciousness. The consciousness that evolves as you move up in vibration begins to switch anyway. So all these things that you are speaking about, whether it is entertainment or foods, will all become non-essential, nothing to be concerned about anymore. But it is more the guilt type of thing that makes it even more detrimental to you in these times now where you are still in the matrix at times. It is those times that hold you back. Go with the flow, as we always keep saying here, and let it be without growing concerned about whether you are doing this or doing that, because the guilt feelings are more harmful to you. If the motive is to feel guilty, that is not good. If it is to be a better person, then your consciousness will tell you that within and you will move in that direction. All of you are already moving in that direction. Ashira. Yes, we have been talking about what you should or should not eat for several years now. Throughout the Ascension process in this group you have shared what you are attracted to eating and what you are not attracted to eating. And we always speak of forgiveness. Forgiveness of self. If you are at a stage where you think a smoothie sounds like a good idea and you are strongly drawn to those, then do that. If you want a hamburger in the middle of the week, do that and forgive yourself. Listen to your body and what it tells you, for that is the most important message you can receive on a daily basis. We know that as you rise in frequency, you move up in the process. You will have fewer and fewer desires. You will move beyond the interest in those foods that may interest you now. You may have times now that you want that glass of wine. Everything you do with self-discipline has you listening to yourself. As you listen to yourself, follow those instructions. If you get into a guilt stage, forgive yourself and move on. Okay. One who serves. If it brings you joy and happiness, then what is wrong with that? There is too much of sorrow and depression and all of that in the world for you to be too seconded within that. Let that go. Be who you are and do what you want in the moment, as long as that does not hurt anyone else, for that is the golden rule. As long as it is joyful and uplifting for you in the moment, then there is nothing wrong with that. That includes eating pizza or hamburgers, as Ashira has said, or drinking wine. Enjoy. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Flies against your earlier conversation, no. There are times that are necessary to rock the boat a little bit here. Question: what about people who justify their actions in the now? One who serves. It is appropriate for them in the moment. Most likely not appropriate for you to look at in any judgmental fashion. Let it be. Let them be. They are who they are. You are who you are. All together you are one. Ashira. Many people are much too serious about life. This is a time to live and laugh. Have a good time, my friends. Not only on Sundays when you can laugh with one another, but every day. Find those things that bring you smiles. Find those things that bring you laughter. Find those things that will make your day a very good one. Question: have begun to say affirmations when I get up in the morning. What is the benefit of doing this, and am I supposed to do this? One who serves. Take supposed to out of your vocabulary. There are no supposed to or no should. It is just what is in the moment. If affirmation feels good in the morning, good. Does it bring you to a higher consciousness so you can move about your day in a more light and liberating fashion for the day? Then do it. Affirmations are wonderful. Mantras are wonderful. Yoga is wonderful. All of these things are ancient. They have been around for a very long time. When you do them with love in your heart. Just to do them as a rhetoric does not do you a lot of good. It helps a little bit, but it is the thought and the feeling behind it that is important here. Ashira. It is very important to get that emotion behind that affirmation. You write them, you read them, you speak them aloud. You have a variety of aspects of your big that are speaking to these. If you are simply reading these aloud, they are not serving you in the way they should. If you read them aloud, they should bring passion to your heart. They bring you to a state of excitement about your life. Then they will be doing good for you. Question: after the meditation today, I saw a cloud of light and Egyptian pyramids on a ball that was floating. What can you say about that? One who serves. Yes, you are seeing through the veil. There are moments when the veil is dropping. There are moments when you are getting those glimpses through. This is what you all are going to be seeing and experiencing in the times to come. This is what we are preparing you for. To be able to see through the veil. Yes, to see your loved ones who have come back to you. They have not died. They are still there. We are all still here. You are going to have more and more of these experiences, so sit back and enjoy the show. It is going to get amazing in many respects here. Question: so my third eye is opening. One who serves. As the energies come in, your third eye is opening, but it also affects your energy centers, DNA and all of this. Whatever shows up, allow it to be. The more you believe, the more you will see. This is how it continues to work. Question: I have a question about the mass consciousness of our planet. Are we approaching something of a tipping point? One who serves. Yes. There are what we would call lights going on everywhere. They appear as embers first and then they sprout into flames, you might say. They are showing up more and more across the planet. This is how it is being monitored in many respects. The galactics are monitoring the frequency upon the planet, so they know when the moment comes when the tipping point is reached. That is very close in this time. You heard of the one who said, the galactic central sun has sneezed. This is very apropos here. This all orchestrates together here. Ashira. You are not necessarily waiting for the mass consciousness to look like you. It is not necessarily to have everyone awake and everyone aware. The drive is for love. Love is placed in every being around the planet, and an opening heart and a raise in vibration is what is being sought. Question: I belong to a group where I was told a reptilian was a part of. Can you tell me if this is true? One who serves. Cannot tell you if this is true or not. When people come together in groups such as this, many different beings come. It is possible for a person in a group to be overshadowed here. This could have happened here with this one. There is some possibility with this. Question: I have a biofeedback machine that is supposed to have healing energies in it for distance healing. What do you think? Ashira. This machine has good working abilities. We will share with you. You do not necessarily need to know how to work it. You need to know how to work with the energies. Watch as you work with people and animals who need the healing, as they flow into more wholeness. This will not only benefit many in the world but you as well. Go forth and use this machine. One who serves. And we would ask you here, you all have computers, laptops and various devices you use. Do you know how they work? You don't have a clue, in many cases, how they work. You hit a button and it come on. Now imagine you have a replicator in front of you. You push a button and whatever you thought you wanted, appears from that replicator. You take it and do what you want with it, and when you are done you put it back into the replicator. It disintegrates into it, and goes back to where it came from. Do you need to know how it works? See where we are going here. It is not so much important how it works, as Ashira has said, but that it does. If it feels right, just as the one who introduced the plug here. You see. Do not need to know how, but that it came from Lemuria. That is all you need to know, because you would not understand the science behind it. Do not be 3D-ish. Be more 4 and 5D-ish. Question: I have a dream for another for interpretation. They dreamt of being with friends. There were a lot of snakes around. This person is very afraid of snakes. One of the snakes ended up in her lap. It was half white, half blue. It vomited out all of its poison. Her friends told her to hug the snake, but she could not. What can I tell her about this dream? Ashira. Thank you for the question. Snakes are a sign of wisdom. Many people have fears about snakes. They fear the poison. They fear the slithery skin. However, since ancient times, Snakes were a symbol for wisdom. The one that came to her without its poison and rested on her lap, and relaxed, shared with us that she is coming to a more calm place about wisdom that is in her life, and resting in her hands. Her friends are encouraging her. Her friends want her to be successful. She's ready to move forward. One who serves. We have something to add here as well. Snakes are often associated with spirituality too. And the Kundalini energy, yes. The rising of the Kundalini energy rising up through the chakra centers. But where does it start? In the lap, you see. That is the first chakra area. It is comfortable there. It is relaxing there. If the dreamer would be welcoming to this, the snake would begin to rise up. This is the rising of the Kundalini energy. There is nothing to fear here. Snakes are an ancient wisdom, as Ashira has said. Certainly. They have had a negative connotation, as well as past lifetimes of being bitten and poisoned. This particular one has had those lifetimes where she had those experiences. It is a memory she carries with her. It is time to let go. As you move up in vibration, none of this matters. We want you to understand this more and more. The more you raise in vibration, the less anything can harm you. Whether it is a snake or a scorpion or whatever it might be, it cannot harm you. They will not even be there to be harmed by. Question: I have a hard time with Donald Trump. Tell us what you think. I have heard some say he is a reincarnation of Saint Germain. Is this true? One who serves. You may not understand this, but he is a being of the light. Just as all are beings of the light. They come from the light. They may have detours here and there which seems that they are no longer of the light, but they are still of the light. We are not saying that this particular one does not have his faults. He certainly does. As to is he a reincarnation of Saint Germain, we would shake our heads no to that one. We have not heard this one before. But do not be concerned about this. You have certain feelings about the Hillary Clinton and the Donald Trump. We will tell you that neither one is destined for the presidency. Things could change, but it is unlikely at this time. There are various events that are going to happen that will preempt the election as you know it. We repeat, as you know it. How does one make you feel? That is what is important. Question: can you talk about scalar waves? One who serves. There are energetic waves, and as we have spoken about the 3 waves that have come through, these could be considered scalar waves. The scalar waves are also involved with consciousness. The Cabal has used scalar waves to alter part of humanity's consciousness. This is the programming that has happened. People have been bombarded by these waves used in the fashion to alter human behavior, as much as they could here and there. See. Question: someone is advertising using these waves for healing at a higher consciousness. Is that real? One who serves. That is correct. Yes. It can be used either way. Question: I had a walk-in several years ago that I have not had a lot of input with. Is it active with me as a unit or what? Ashira. This was part of your awakening experience as we see this. It brought more insight for you as you consider past lives. It is not something that you are actively involved with at this point in time. But as you continue to look through the veil, you will see this come back to you again, and look at that experience in a very different way. Okay. Question: as for affirmations, if you affirm for another, can that interrupt their journey? One who serves. Yes, you could do that. If one is doing an affirmation for another, it depends on the focus of that one, and the intent of that one that the affirmation is for. If the affirmation is for the highest good, that is a good affirmation. But if one is attempting to manipulate, then the affirmation may not be good. Question: do you have to have a physical body to go through the light chambers, or is it true that you do not need a physical body? One who serves. Yes. You do not have to have a body, a physical body, to ascend. Many go through what you call the death process here, leave their body and go through the ascension. Many have gone through and done this. But those here and in this group will likely move through the ascension process and keep your physical body. It will be altered. It will change as the vibrations change. As the vibrations change within you, everything around you will change as well. Then you attract only those vibrations that are like unto you. Question: this is a dream. My father is passed on and he shows up in my dreams when I have trouble. A man is in the dream who is holding a cat and there is a large amount of blood coming from the cat. I am screaming and my father just looks at me. What can you tell me? Ashira. This man in the dream can get under your skin. He is one who is a concern for you in your day-to-day life. Your father is there to support you in whatever you decide. Is this person someone you need to walk away from? This is the message of the dream. You need to move away from this person. There are injuries that are taking place that you are not aware of, and your father is there to support you and to love you through your decision-making process. Okay. One who serves. We need to release channel. Shanti. Peace be with you. Be the one. Ashira. I am Ashira. It is a pleasure to be with you, and to be a part of your conversation before the channeling took place. You are continuing to touch bases on many, many topics. We know that is a great orchestration for this group to move. We will be there and we will bring all of our friends as well. To build that pillar of light in his home. We know that words will go out and more people will be attending. And as changes come day to day, and changes erupt, that you will be in the right place for the newness that is coming as well. All of those things that you have been waiting for are happening. All of this, as concerned as you are about your own personal ascension, you will find yourself moving out of your own being. For as you rise in your vibration, you will have totally different thoughts and situations in your lives. You will no longer hold on to those things that you hold on to today. You will no longer hold on to concerns about what you eat or what you think, because the atmosphere will be changing. We leave you today with our love and our light. Namaste. Channeled by James McConnell and Dr. Susan Sammarco. Websites: www.meetup.com, Ancient Awakenings, and www.ancientawakenings.org. Note: Hi everyone. One of our members, Lee Binder, pointed out to me that in one of the answers One Who Serves gave in our Sunday channeling that the galactic central sun has sneezed, but in the quote from Cobra, he said, "The galactic central sun is about to sneeze." Weblink, 2012 portal, at Blogspot. As we do not truly know what sneeze means here, and can only conjecture that it has not yet happened, it will remain to be seen as to whether it has already happened or about to. I just wanted to clarify this so there is no confusion as to what Cobra actually said. Love and light. James.